We had two great quarterbacks going head to head last weekend. It was Tom Brady versus Aaron Rodgers. A lot of GOAT talk was going on before the game. Who was better in terms of the greatest of all time? I think we got our answer this weekend. I don't know about y'all, but what is y'all's reaction to the game with Tampa Bay versus Green Bay? And when it comes to Aaron Rodgers, give me y'all's first reaction.
My first reaction when I'm looking at the game, you got to look at the very end. And I think it was a lot of controversy. It was a lot of confusion. And I want to start off with Green Bay. I don't think they should have kicked the field goal. I think they should have went for it. And obviously it's easy to say now, but I look at it and I think it started on that play right before when Aaron Rodgers took that tough pass to, I believe, Davante Adams, and it was in double coverage. I think he had open room. He might not have made it because Devin White is freaking blazing, but he would at least got closer than the 8-yard line. And I do think that getting inside of the 5, Matt LaFleur would have went for it. And Matt LaFleur is a great coach. I think he just made a mistake here. And Aaron Rodgers said he thought he had another opportunity, and that's why he threw the pass. That's kind of misleading to me. If you thought you had another opportunity, you probably would have ran it instead of trying to force it in. That says you thought they were going for a field goal, but whatever. And then obviously you look at the Tampa Bay side of the things. When they kicked the ball, or when Green Bay kicked the ball to them, they had 2 minutes and 2 seconds. They threw a pass. They got that first down real quick. And a great move by Matt LaFleur, again, just highlighting how good of a coach he is to make them jump off sides, to force Tampa Bay into a first down situation with their timeouts. That was a great move. But then the play that everybody's talking about is the pass interference on Kevin King. And I don't stutter when I say pass interference. That was PI. The problem is not, was it pass interference? The problem is that call was 3 minutes ago. They probably wouldn't have called it as pass interference, and the referees were so inconsistent. But let's get one thing straight. He was grabbing that man's jersey. The problem is people were grabbing jersey and tugging shoulders all day. That is the issue. Not the validity of the call, but the decision of when to call it.
Yeah, definitely, Darren. You make good points. I think Green Bay had a lot of opportunities to get back into this game and take over this game. You look at the drop touchdown pass from Davante Adams, the drop 2-point conversion from St. Brown. The defense gave you 2 interceptions, I believe, in the fourth quarter, and you only walked away with 3 points in the fourth quarter. It's not playoff football. And we can look at Aaron Rodgers on that third down play, and I believe he should have ran and played hero ball at that point and tried to at least make it 4th and 2 or 4th and 1, something like that. If not, get the first down, get the touchdown at least. I think he had a lot of room to run forward and try to make something better of a 4th down possession. But I also do you take the ball out of the quarterback's hands, and it must win 4th down situation. We're talking about Aaron Rodgers here, and yes, he messed up on the third down play, but you still have to give him another shot on the 4th down to win the game and make it closer than what it was. We're not talking about Alex Smith here or Josh Allen or somebody like that, and that's no knock to those guys, but we're talking about Aaron Rodgers versus Tom Brady here, and you have to give your team a chance to win the game at that point.
First of all, shout out to Alex Smith and Josh Allen for catching us stray on SOS discussion today. But I mean, I just want to echo what's already been said and articulated very well. Obviously, if you look at that 4th down call, right, you can't assume that you're going to get the ball back. And I think his thought process behind that was, well, we've had 3 straight incompletions. We're going to need a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. We have 4 timeouts with the 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning. Let's just get the field goal now, and if we come back and score a touchdown, we win the game. But like y'all said, it's Aaron Rodgers, right? And it's Tom Brady on the other side. There's no guarantee that you're going to get the ball back. You have to go for that 4th and 8. Your season's on the line. I mean, a 13-3, number 1 seed, trip to the Super Bowl. I mean, you just have to go for that and give him a chance. Call your best play and see if one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time can get 8 yards. But outside of that, just the 3 interceptions, only getting 6 points off of those turnovers from Tom Brady. You talked about the drop from St. Brown, the 2-point conversion. That would completely change the dynamic of the game because they wouldn't have needed a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. I guess Tampa Bay ended up getting that field goal. But if he catches that 2-point conversion, it's a 3-point game at that point. The whole dynamic of the game shifts. So you could talk about the call at the end, regardless if they weren't calling it all game or not. I mean, when you grab someone's jersey, get away with it, and then grab it with the other hand, I mean, you just got to reap what you sow. Like, you could have grabbed it the first time, but there's a whole back judge. You grab it, you get away with it, and you grab it again. I mean, that's just Kevin King, and we saw all day he was making mistakes. But I just was disappointed overall in Aaron Rodgers. I think that the Buccaneers came out and they played well, but I still think that was the Packers' game to win. You talked about the drop by Davante Adams. I just think if Aaron Rodgers is who we thought he was, that he needs to find a way to win that game, especially in the NFC Championship at Lambeau Field. And I was disappointed. There's plenty of blame to go around, but I mean, Aaron Rodgers is the one that gets the credit when they win. And so I'm disappointed that he didn't find a way to make it happen on Sunday.
Yeah, man. I want to say this also real quick, Jamar. I think that a big reason that they lost was the fact that their stars were not their stars. Outside of Jair Alexander, I don't think any star played to the ability that they should have on that stage. You look at Davante Adams. I know a lot of people point to that drop pass, and I don't know, I could be a stickler, but personally, I think that was more so, it could have been inside a little bit more. I think he expected the ball inside, but I don't think him and Roger were on the same page, but I thought it could have been put more into his body on that back shoulder. Aaron Rodgers made some bad decisions. On that interception he had, that was a holding by Sean Murphy-Bunting, but it was also a bad decision. Aaron Jones, he did better than he did last time, but he still couldn't get to 30 yards rushing. The Smith brothers on the edge couldn't really get any pressure. When I look at it, those stars did not play to the ability that they should have on what was their biggest stage of the season thus far, outside of Jair Alexander, and that's a big reason that they lost.